Welcome to Dallas On Air.
Ready to go. I want to welcome everyone. Well, I almost say welcome back to Tuesday night, but guess what? This is a special edition Wednesday night. But guess what? It's the On Your Mark podcast show. Yes, it's special edition Wednesday. And what happened on yesterday? We had the district track meet Monday and Tuesday, so that's what happened. And a lot of people was hitting me up while I was at the track meet saying, what happened to the show? Are y'all on? So I said, I had to do this show tonight, and you really understand it, but I wanted it to be special edition Wednesday. So you're listening to the On Your Mark show, sports, business, community, entertainment, and just the people's show. And as I said again, and I'm your host, Coach Fly, but you're finna find out why it's special edition Wednesday. And it's very, very exclusive. And my guest tonight, to my right, who do we have?
Stephen Smith.
He said Stephen Smith. He's probably like me. A lot of folks say, if I was to say Russell Flanagan, they said, nah, that's Coach Fly. And I know so many people out there right now saying, that's Headache.
My bad, Headache.
Yeah, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, it's about Stephen Smith tonight. We're up close and personal with Stephen Smith, Headache. You've probably seen his Netflix story. I don't know if you've seen his book. Oh, yes. Exclusive. And he'll give y'all the details, when and where, how to get it. I'm going to tell you a little bit about yesterday. District went well. Went very well, matter of fact. Our JV ended up being Coach Jeffrey Jacobs and staff, JV district champions. The Carter Cowboys, congratulations, runner-up on the JV. Then on the varsity side, congratulations to the Carter Cowboys being varsity district champions, and we were runner-ups, the Kimball Knights, Coach Miller and staff. So, man, listen, it worked out real well, man. So, and it was, hey, listen, it was good rivalry. And then my Lincoln Tigers showed up and showed out as well. Coach Reginald Bell, man, good showing with the guys and the ladies, man. Coach Randall Johnson, good deal, man. So, I'm a Tiger, Knight, Bear, Mustang, Cowboy. See, Headache, I hold them titles, man. I'm an honorary alumni to other spots, so I'm very, very honored, man, to be all of that, man. I'm honored, but like I said tonight, I wanted to talk a little bit about that, man. So district went well, so we'll be in an area next Friday night, not this coming Friday, the following Friday, in Waxahachie Life for the area track meet. Then at the area, we'll head down to Denton, North Texas for regionals. That's where we'll go, 11-4A. And then from there to Austin, Texas, to the state track meet. Yeah, you say, Coach Fly, what you talking about? You got to make it. I said from there to Austin, Texas, to the state track meet. We didn't start this season out to hope we get there.
Understood.
So that's where we will be. But again, congratulations to the Carter Cowboys, to their young ladies and young men, the Lincoln young men and young ladies, and Kimber Knights young men and young ladies, and to all the other schools that participated. Didn't want to leave nobody else out, but I had to talk about what's personal to me. But again, congratulations to everyone else that helped make the meet successful. There's a lot of people in off season now. Oh, yep, off season. Yep, we knew it was coming. But so listen, next Friday night, and then I know tomorrow, well, starting today, there are some districts going on preseason. Prelims today and finals tomorrow. Then I heard about the tragedy that happened yesterday out in Frisco at one of the district track meets. Man, it's just sad, man. That they're bringing. It's sad that at a sporting event and it ends up being crime. What happened to? I'm not saying it has to go. What happened to just a good fight? But there's two families now. And prayers go out to both families now. But headache. Tonight's show is about Stephen Headache Smith. And like I said, we are up close and personal. This is exclusive Wednesday night. And I know everybody saying, Coach Fly, you haven't chimed us in. Well, I'm about to. Headache, talk to the people. What you want to know right now? Because this is your show.
Just pretty much, whatever, Coach. I've been blessed to start speaking now, and it's kind of like, everything is open and clear. So, I'm not hiding from nothing. It's just wanted to give my hometown the opportunity to just ask some of them questions they've been wanting to know.
Wow. Okay, I see you. Justin Thomaston checked in. I see you. My sister Norma Coxton checked in. Patricia Richardson checked in. I'm on. I see you now, y'all. I got you. Hey, y'all. I'm going to be sure to hit that like button, y'all. I always hit that like button for me. We live on Facebook, YouTube, and Dallas on Air. And we all across the country. Boy, that's Headache. You see him? That's Headache. I told you. Yeah, that's him. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell the story now. This young man, I can't call him an old youngster no more. Yeah, I guess I could still call him an old youngster.
53.
Yeah, he's still an old youngster. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be headed to school, and I'm glad you correct me. That's going down Elam to Pemberton Hill. I would see this little boy, at this time, little boy, going down in the medium of the street. He, early in the morning, bouncing this basketball. And I said, this boy gonna get hit by a car because it's like he was just locked in on the basketball. Now, he had a backpack. But I'm saying bouncing this basketball. And I would see him now, listen, I'm telling you, every morning. Never said a word to him, but I was seeing him. But I would always think, I don't know why I was thinking negative, but I do know why I was thinking negative because of all the traffic. But he's bouncing this ball. And then one particular morning, I didn't see him. And for whatever reason, I ended up turning around on Pemberton Hill to go back because I didn't see him, y'all. I don't know what I was going to do. But then I realized I was early. And lo and behold, here he come passing the basketball. And I went on I turned back around and went on about my business. No, never said a word to him. And then and you know, you coach Val Rose, he listened to the show every week.
My man.
So now I'm gonna fast forward this thing. So Coach Val Rose, the great Val Rose over at Spruce, was talking to him one particular day, and he was telling me about this kid over there that they had at Spruce. They called him Headache. I said, no, I hadn't heard of him, because I hadn't, been that time less locked in on football and track myself. And he was just saying how cold he was. He's going to start on varsity in basketball. So, well, he got to be cold. Ladies and gentlemen, the guy that he was talking about was the guy I had been seeing bouncing this basketball every morning. And why I shared this story is because he was a 4-year starter there, and it's so much history that I'm going to allow him to tell it.
3 years.
But the point I'm making, 3 years, okay, 3 years, the point I'm making, you never know who's going to be what. And again, I don't even know why I turned around, because if I hadn't seen him, I don't know what I was going to do, but I turned around because I was just used to seeing him in the mornings. And he probably would have worried me all day if I didn't see you. But, and then we end up having history later on in life, which God had already foreseen this future, and it had to be God, because even with Coach saying about this kid, and it's just awesome. But I had to share that, and I just wanted to share that because it's embedded in my heart. But go ahead, Eddie. You want to give some history on how, and man, what? Y'all, this is the Stephen
How I Met You
Smith Show, up close and personal with Headache. Hey, the phone number here is 469-708-8609. Again, 469-708-8609. You know you can call in and talk with him now. Go ahead, Headache.
Yeah, the story how I met Coach Fly, it was it was at the end of my junior year. I was at Arizona State, and I had got an invitation to go to the trials for the USA team, the under-22 team, and I knew my cousin Mookie was coaching track, and so I had I talked to Mookie, and he told me they had practice. So I go to the school, and there's Mookie Smith, Coach Buck, and Coach Fly.
One of Dallas Great. Yes, he is. They say you one of Dallas Great.
Long time ago. But I go to the practice, and I'm trying to get a workout in, and Mookie was telling me, man, you ain't serious, this and that, get out of my way, this and that. So Coach Fly said, you really want to try to make it? I was like, yes, sir. I want to make it. And Coach Fly put me on that sled, and man, he had me running with that sled. And to be honest with you, the condition that you put me in, Coach, in those couple of weeks we had together, I went and not just made the team, but was a captain of the team.
That's when you were getting for the USA team, then.
Under-22 team, won the gold medal and everything. That was at the end of my junior year.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think about that was our first time
93.
officially meeting. That was years later. Wow.
You told me if I'm about that life, get on that sled. And I said, how far? You said, just keep going until I tell you to stop. I was like way down there by the fence, like I can't go no more.
See, but I knew you
come back. It's like, man, he trying to break me down. But Coach Rose had already had me mentally tough, so I was good. That wasn't happening there.
Well, I knew you were playing on 94 feet. And I knew if you're going to be the quickest and fastest on that 94, it was rap.
Yeah.
And then your skill set was like none other.
Yeah.
Like none other. At that time, I had heard about him at that time during life, but I had not met him. And then when I met him, I see my brother-in-law done checked in. And at that time, it sounded like me, Coach, I'll Justin, man, quit. And he was all that, man. Then the kids just fell in love with him, man. I remember them laughing at him first, though.
Yeah.
Cause that sled, see, I don't think that he had bought into the sled. No, he hadn't locked in. Cause he probably was like, okay, why do I need to be on this sled when I'm gonna be on this hardwood?
I didn't understand it.
But he, listen, he put his grind on and and he grinded. He must have took it out on the other folks. Go, ooh wee. Say, man, then and all I heard about is what he was doing, man, and I know he was doing real well, man. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna say it because when most folks may just trying to get a bus ticket, transfer. All I remember was two Mustangs, one being white and one being black. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Yeah, college student. Yo, I remember. I'm like, whoa, it must be good for you, young man.
Blessed.
Mm-hmm. And then watching ESPN, that's him. And then the kids, Go Fly, that's the one that was, yeah, that's him. And say, man, watching you overseas playing them. I remember when you got signed by the Mavericks. Man, tell your story. I said we up close and personal with Stephen Headache Smith.
I was blessed to be to get a full scholarship. I originally committed to UNLV, but they was getting ready to go on probation, so I decommitted and went to Arizona State, and I was blessed to play there for 4 years. And after that, I went to played overseas, went to the CBA, came back to the CBA, got called up to the Mavericks, got 2 10-day contracts with the Mavericks, and then right when they was getting ready to try to, sign me, I had got involved in like one of the biggest college point shaving scams in the history of college basketball. And so I went from Stephen Headache Smith to 010-44748. Had to go do a year and a day in the Federal Bureau of Prison. And then once I got out, I was blessed to have the opportunity. I prayed and asked God to give me another chance. And he did just that.
So you saying you went from
Stephen Headache Smith to 010-44748. That was the consequences for the point shaving scam that I was involved in
Would
back
you
in '94.
explain, which I know I understand, but for them that don't understand, when you say point shaving.
Well, I was
You saying if the book is wanted a certain score.
they wanted. Well, we was predicted to win by 13, and basically they just told me, hey, you can win the game, but only by so many points, and they would give me the number. And before the game, they told me the first game they told me 6, and so we landed on 6.
Win only by 6. So let me ask you, what kind of money was it in that for you to win by 6?
$20,000 in '94.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's what he mean by point shaving.
My mama was making $30,000, so in 40 minutes I had a chance to make $20,000.
Not 7, but 6.
Yes, sir.
So if you had an open shot, you just what do pass the ball?
That was kind of style of play we played. We played up and down, so it was,
So if you got paid $20,000, no telling what they got paid.
Yeah, I didn't realize that till once I did my time and everything, and it all came out. But back then, being from Pleasant Grove,
we talking about per game, a game.
Oh yeah, yes sir.
Wait a minute, and there wasn't no NIL money going on then, so.
Oh no, I'm the reason why they getting paid now. That's why I'm blessed, to have the opportunity. So what I do now is I travel around the country. You remember your
number, man.
Oh yeah. So I travel around the country speaking to colleges about, my lived experience. And it's deep because it's still going on, and you know, these students, athletes getting all this money, you know, they need to understand the consequences, because when I was back in school, I didn't get educated. I was educated on, you know, about alcohol, drugs, stuff like that. We wasn't educated about sports gambling, because I always tell them, where I'm from, you know, gambling to me is shooting dice, you know, playing cards, pitching pennies, but, you know, we're nothing about fixing no games.
Keith Allison, you sure right. Dallas finest. You're definitely right. So my mom checked in. So, and I heard you say you got 20,000. Your mom picked up 30,000.
No, I said my mom was making 30,000.
Oh, making 30,000
a year.
Yeah.
You know, working hard.
I got what you're saying,
Yeah,
for a whole year,
yeah,
and you just did it
that's how it's about.
and you pick up 24 a game
40 minutes, yes,
for what you love to do.
Yes, sir. And that's not I'm not trying to justify what I did was
No.
right. I'm just saying at the time, you know.
And ladies and gentlemen, what he's doing, if you heard him, he's going around all across the country now, speaking to athletes and students about his life. He's giving it back, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful thing that God has allowed him to do. And he wasn't doing it to hurt anybody. It's just what was presented to him, and it's what happened. So with that being said, when that time came, did you have to make restitution?
Oh, yeah. I mean, not only did they sentence me to a year and a day in the Federal Bureau of Prison, they gave me 30 days to turn myself in. And, you know, for that 30 days, I was like at the lowest point of my life, you know. It was deep, you know. I can't even explain, you know, what my mind was, you know, because not only did I hurt the woman, you know, who had single-handedly raised me, my mother, but, you know, my family and everything, it was like, man, it was like one of the deepest.
Counting down the days.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And it got real, real deep, you know. It was deep. It's in the book, that part. It was deep. But the bigger side is, once I did get to prison, the first 3 nights I couldn't sleep. And that's because I was doing this. I was pointing fingers, blaming everybody for the mistake that I made. And so that's when I looked myself in the mirror and held myself accountable. And I just prayed and asked God to give me one more chance. And at the end of my sentence, I had the opportunity to go back overseas. And so, you know, he did it.
So when you were incarcerated,
Yes, sir.
how many people came to see you that had you out there doing that? Okay, you just answered it. You just answered.
Things understood need not to be explained.
Yeah. Wow. Now, wow. On to the next one, what they saying.
There it is.
So, how did it, okay, did you see it coming?
Not at all. You know, it's like, you know, when I speak, I have you know, people always ask these questions. You know, first thing they say, hey, you know, how did you do it? This and that. But the one question that they ask, and every time I tell them, they be like, wow. They said, how did you get caught? Well, the answer to that is the feds in Arizona, they had exhausted 3 years. They couldn't catch it, so they closed it. The bookie, his roommate got caught selling drugs. And then
The bookie's roommate.
The bookie's roommate. And then he snitched and opened the case back up because it happened in 94. I didn't go to prison till 99.
What? So they reopened the case.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
But, you know, I ain't tripping when it's out. You know, it's all said and done. God don't make no mistakes. I know God ain't gonna never put you through nothing he can't see you through. I made it out. I'm on the other side now. Just, you know, trying to give back and try to make a difference. Basically, it's not about giving back, and it's not about a redemption. It's about making, you know, it's not about redemption. It's not about trying to, you know, get at nobody, nothing like that. It's about making a difference.
How you
working on my
receive when you
legs.
go to the different places speaking?
It's very hard, you know.
'Cause I know some of these
It's
kids
deep.
today probably
Oh,
like, man, you did it wrong.
I've had no. I mean, you gonna always have, you know, some negativity, but you know, here and there. But mainly because of how deep this gambling is today. I mean, I've had some people break down, and start crying on me. I've had
College
people
basketball is a big operation.
big operation because you know people don't understand this. There's so much pressure on them, on these student athletes these days. You know, you playing in front of not only 10, 15,000, 20,000 people, but you got millions and billions of dollars being wagered on you. And if you don't perform, because the way social media is these days, you got people's getting text messages and inbox and all this and that. So it's deep.
Wow. So, guys and females,
And females, of course. Women's sport they don't pay. They money is wagered on them just as much as the men's. Especially tennis, volleyball, golf, it's soccer. It's deep.
so being
Track.
a star comes with another price.
Why you think you see gambling on all the commercials now? NBA, you got LeBron James, Kevin Hart. I mean, it's big. It's big.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, you're just listening to and talking with Stephen Headache Smith on the On Your Mark show, live. Man, you just never know.
Mm-hmm.
And you stayed humble though the whole time. So I know you wasn't putting this money in the bank.
Not at all.
Not
It's
at all.
blowing.
That would have been a paper trail.
Yes, sir.
Wow. A student, at this time, 20,
I think I was 21.
21?
Because I was in 94. I was saying I'm 53 now, yeah.
So you wasn't that student calling on mama, can you send $100? Mama, you know what I'm saying? She probably said, that boy don't never ask for nothing. Wow. Well, you don't know. Well,
I wasn't missing no meals in college, though.
Wasn't missing no meal. Man, when I think, and you got to think about when you, 90, well, I mean, 20,000 a lot of money now, but that was a lot of money.
Somebody broke it down. They said 20,000 back in 94 is equivalent to 43,000 today. Somebody told me that.
And we talking about per game.
Yes, sir.
Per game. So, was there a game where we needed you to hit X amount of points, and then the stocks went up high?
Nah.
Oh, no, just stay right there, okay.
Yeah, just long. It's just about the final outcome.
So this is like a Vegas type thing. Okay.
I mean, back then didn't nobody get it, but now it's parlay so big, everybody get it. Everybody understand now.
Parlay, yeah.
That's why I can't even enjoy sports now because because of what I went through. I'd be watching games and I'd be like, "Come on, man, this something ain't right."
Dr. Lavetta that my God, so she say, great insight. Tell your truth, God gets the glory.
For sure, to
Yeah.
God be all the glory.
Lavetta, you need to set him away, come down and speak, man. Listen, he's really doing great things, man. It's awesome, man. And then some of these high schoolers need to hear it, though.
Oh, for sure. And see, that was one of the people always ask me that about, when I did get in trouble, what was, some of the hardest things. And two men that was in my life that I respected a lot, I made sure I went and told them personally. And that was Coach Carl Richardson Sr. It was over the Pleasant Grove Trojans, the organization that I came up in. And then he passed me off to Coach Val Rose, my high school coach. And those two men that I respected so much because they was, they was on my head from day one.
Coach Rose is such a class act.
Oh, man, that's my, Coach Rose. he's been like a father figure, you know, to me since day one. You know, he's deacon over at Concord and everything, and I still talk to him today. I just love him so much because of the discipline he put on me, you know,
And he does
at
it
an
such
early
a manner,
age.
man.
Oh,
that
man.
he can make you.
No, wait a minute, Coach. That's now, Coach Rose, man. Hey,
Oh, you said now.
hey, he didn't have no problem hand checking back then. I did, you know, back in the day that was legal. But now, yeah, he more chill. But back then when he was young, he was a disciplinary for real.
For real.
Yes, sir.
Man, I talked.
As he would
about
say,
him
hey
2 years
here.
ago. Hey here.
Yeah.
That's what he would say. Hey here. Yeah, that's right. You brother say UNT alum. Yeah.
Yup.
Man, he's such a class act guy, man. Like you said, the discipline, but every athlete I know that was upon him, love him because that discipline that he gave, it was so structured. And you know you needed it. And when he gave it, but he gave it with a love that you know you needed it. And he gave it.
Yeah.
And it was well accepted, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. And then another thing that I like to clear up, because people always be like, oh, you played on varsity as a freshman. No, I didn't. I was behind Leslie Booker. He was a bad boy. So my freshman year, I played, you know, with the freshmen. I didn't come up to my sophomore year because Leslie, man, Spruce, it wasn't. And Spruce back then, you couldn't come up. It wasn't. I don't know nobody who did that. You couldn't do that back
It
then.
wasn't that cold back then.
Spruce. Come on,
Hey,
Coach
I
Fly.
just had to
Say,
throw that
no, we
out
talking about the patches, not the Timberwolves.
Oh, okay. There
We
we
talking
go,
about the
there we go.
patches. Yeah, we was
Boy,
pretty nice.
That was so deep that
And
we were
then
talking about that.
people, you know, I had to go behind Leslie Booker, and then when he left, then it was, you know, that was me. But Ike Mo is the one who got John Thompson and all them in the gym. That's how
so
they
y'all
saw
saw them
me.
then.
They came to see Ike Mo because, you know, Ike Mo, Thomas Hill, Alfredo Porter, Snake, you know, some other guys, you know, people, you know, I just happened to be in some fight. It was some bad boys, you know. Now, I was on the first team, never win to the national champion. National championship, you know, ESPN, you know, I think it was me, Charles Gentry. Wait a minute, I got to get the whole name right. It was Charles
Chris
Gentry.
Freeman?
No, Christian Young and us.
Chris Young,
We had
okay.
Nathan Randall, Jason Walton, Jimmy King. We had Willie Black. We had Kobe Lockett, Kevin Smith, Trimble Tech, Sheldon Qualls, Greg Ostertag.
I said
Jimmy. Yeah. No. That was with the AAU team with Steve Land and Rob Wright. DeSoto.
Right.
Them was our coaches, and we was the first team representing Texas and won a national championship. We had Gary Collier. Yeah, that was it. I named everybody. I didn't forget nobody.
Justin Thomas trying to start something.
What'd he say?
Sounds familiar, Coach Fly. Discipline, Coach Fly. Laughing out loud.
Yeah.
Now, they know we used to say, but I love you and respect you for that.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Coach Wright.
Rob Wright. From New York, at DeSoto.
Yeah, man. You right. I should tell them, you know, the students, y'all meet me in the coach's office. Come on down now. When I come, you better have your hands on the desk. They already knew. Mm-hmm. And they knew. Don't have your hands on the desk when I walked in there. But say, man, for you to give your story, man. Again, ladies and gentlemen, phone number is 469-708-8609. Again, 469-708-8609. And Stephen Smith, Headache, is telling about. But we're up close and personal with Stephen Headache Smith. From them days, and I know it started before bouncing the ball down the street. Cause at that time he was going to Comstock then.
Oh, yeah, I
So
always
know
tell
it started
people.
before then.
People always ask me that question, man. Who was your hero coming up? You know, in basketball. This, and I was like, man, I had it. You know, firsthand. I was, you know, Spud Webb, Larry Johnson. Them was my ones from Dallas. You know,
Boy.
my first pro.
And I'm gonna tell you something. My boy Spud for sure. And laugh. But there was another joker named Bobby Johnson, Lincoln High School.
You think I don't know Bobby?
I'm saying.
Play with Manny Clinic? Come
Yeah,
on. I
but
used to
I'm
watch
saying-
Bobby at X-Line played against him.
Yes.
I was young, and Bobby was one of the quickest things around. Yeah,
Yes,
could jump,
he
and
was
he
on-
was fast.
He was just on the state champion in the
In the 100 every time.
Wait a minute, and just a state champion in football, basketball, and track. That's all.
Played with Manny
High
Clinic
school.
in the pro-am. Yeah, I know, baby. Come on, I know
And,
Bobby Johnson now.
Yeah, yes, sir. I say, man, I took that youngster up under Coach Allen said, Coach, I got a kid just remind me so much of you, and I just need you to take him up under your wings. And I didn't even know that I knew his brother, man, because Kenneth last name was Gibson, and it just never until I started taking it. Yeah, and then I found out. He said, "Fly, that's my little brother. He think you his brother." And he just stayed with me forever after the end, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
But that kind of thing, man, and I feel, to this day I feel privileged, man, just to be back. Because I went over to Lincoln in 2017. They asked me would I come back and coach track. And I got blessed, and we went on the state that year. Took 4 people. 1 freshman, 2 sophomores, and a junior. And we went on down there, stood on that stand in Austin. Yeah. So, and then Kimball asked me last year to come back out. And I took 2 people to state, and we back at it again. So, yeah, I know my way to Austin.
Oh, yeah.
And, but just
Straight up 35, huh?
Man, listen, I
Passed Bucky 2 times, huh?
Man, come on now.
Hills Road
Yeah, come on.
and Temple.
just to be for folks to want you, man, it's just beautiful, man. But now I've met now a whole new era of young kids, man. And, it's just a blessing to sit and listen to them. And I hear people saying these kids today they different. No.
Coach, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
You know, back in the day, we had 45. We're gonna run a 45. We're gonna pull the sled. You know, we had the leaping machine, this and that. Now they got Vernon Max. They got all this technology. We didn't have cell phones back then. Now they got all this. You know, the trainers and this and that. Now, I mean, back then we had open gym. You know, you're gonna go to Redbird Hoop.
Yeah.
You're going to go to Juanita Craft, you know, Pemberton Hill, you at X-Line, you at some gym hooping. Now, they don't have that same...
But see, a lot of that stuff that they have now have made them lazy.
I ain't in that. I ain't finna open up that. Okay.
Oh,
I'm going to let you say it.
They want it on paper now. See, y'all went out and got it.
See, back then, while we won a national championship in Vegas, because we all came together. Now you got everybody with their own different teams.
Yeah.
We took all the best of the best and we combined in one team and went to
made a
represent
super team.
Texas.
Yes.
Yes, sir. But
And
now,
represent the Metroplex.
back then you only had 1 or 2 programs that's gonna have a team from Texas. Now you got 100 teams from Texas.
They man, so many teams, man. It's all counter team. Then you see when they said select team, that's what they meant.
Yeah.
Now select team mean if you paid your money,
There it is. You on the team.
You on the team, and you know I said that kid suck, but they paid their money, so he's on the select team, and he has to get playing time, cause they paid their monies.
Yeah.
Kids suck.
Yeah, it's different.
It's different. It's like yesterday. Kid wins the JV 100 meters.
Think he's supposed to be on voice.
Listen, running is about times. I said about times.
We run 11 flat.
Oh, he ran 11.79.
That's on the women's side, eh?
He's the JV's boys 100-meter champion. I wouldn't have gave him a
11.7?
11.79 is close to 11.8. He closer to running 12 flat than he 11 flat.
Think I can do that in the
And
40.
I'm saying, but so he beat a lot of folks that ran 12 and 13. And what I'm saying, but he went home with a gold medal. That's a disrespect to track and field. But they said somebody had to win. It's about time. This is like 2 years back. This young lady, son had ran 50 point something in the 400. And I said, he needs to learn how to run the 800. She said, no, he runs the 5. I said, he needs to learn how to run the 800. Because another kid that ran 48.3. Okay, let me back up. He ran 50 points and won what he was. And another kid that ran 48.3 got fourth, didn't get a medal. But he got a scholarship. And she was hot about it. Because her kid, he ran 50 points. It's about time. Them college coaches, they came out to that 48. They not coming out to 50 points. It's about times. And that's the point I'm making. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the field events, it's about your distances. You know, if you shot putting, just your distance in your throwing, your triple jumps, your long jumps, your distances, your high jumps, your heights, your running. It's about your times. Y'all listen, it's about times. It's not about your place. It's about your times. Because you may be in a certain track meet, and if you're in the right track meet, you may end up, I'm just going to use the 200 meter. I'm just going to use that. You can end up fifth and don't even win a medal and end up being one of the fifth fastest in the state. I said, then you win a medal. But just say if the winning time was 20.4. That's the winning time. And you ended up running 20.7 and got fifth. Some major college is going to come after you. Then to be at a track meet and you ran 22.2 and won somewhere. You're going to be El Centro's first recruit. University of Walmart. All I'm saying is it's about times. It's about time. So a lot of parents be getting upset because I know my son won. I'm like, yeah, but it's the time. Well, he won because I got the medals to show, but what is his or her time? Well, coach, I can call them coaches. No, I'm not going to call 1179. That sounds like an area code or something somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's about times, ladies and gentlemen. All you got to do is train to get better. You want to get better, do better. Hey, tell us about this beautiful book, man. Ain't it legit like you them days? Boy, look away from this. Woo!
It's my life story, you know. You know, a lot of people want to know.
I'm going to tell you about the, headache to dad. It's a whole lot to talk to you about.
It was just, divorcing that issue, the mistake that I made in life, and then just using it, to a positive way, because, the only thing wrong with falling in life is not getting back up. And I've got back up. God has blessed me. And I just wanted to tell my story because, I know a lot of people, want to know, but didn't know how to ask me. And then the Netflix, it only told so much.
So Netflix only
told so much. So, after watching, bad sport, people probably, man, I wanted this, I wanted that, I wanted that. So decided to write a book, and I chose the name Headache because...
Explain that.
My wife, my lovely wife, Delicia LeVette Smith, she said, I got it, boo. It's like, what do you mean? She came up with an acronym, and it was like tears came to my eyes. And every time I go speak, I have different designs, but Headache stands for heal every day and keep evolving.
Heal every day and keep evolving.
Evolving, yes. And
That's
she came
deep.
up with that. Yeah, real deep.
It's spiritual, but then you can feel it in your spirit.
Oh yeah, because at first they had my book was titled A Year and a Day, because that was my sentence. My sentence was a year and a day.
So that was initial
Yeah, my
Title.
book first title was A Year and a
year
Day.
and a day.
Then we went to My Bad, because with all athletes, every time they make a mistake, what they say? My bad, my bad, my bad. And
Kevin
then-
Estelle, you hear that?
Yeah, my
From-
bad.
from
That's their
that-
favorite
my
word.
bad.
My bad, my bad, my bad. So I was tightening it, my bad. But I needed a catch. So this last ghostwriter that I was with, Minister Cloud, he said, don't nobody know Stephen Smith. Everybody know Headache. So go with Headache. It's like,
So you hadn't even thought about that.
nah. But, of course, when my wife came up with that acronym saying, heal every day and keep evolving, I was like, headache it is. Because this the key, though. When my mom passed August the 1st, 2023, she came up with that spelling because when she wanted to put my name on her license plate, she had to, change HEADACHE. She had to get it down to 6 letters. So she came up with HEDAKE. And so I was like, you know what? In honor of my mom, because, she single-handedly raised me, I'm going with that. Headache it is. And then just to top it off, my wife came up with acronyms for two of the special ladies. So there it is. That's how we got to Headache.
Headache draws you into who Stephen H. Smith really is and the adversity he faced with pure honesty. You will admire the heart of a champion in Headache. Roy L. Jones Jr., Hall of Fame boxing champion. The book titled Headache. The true story of the man called Headache and how the gamble he took impact basketball forever. Stephen Headache Smith. Yeah, I got my book. Oh, I'm gonna make you look jealous. And it's signed. Headache, where can they get the book, man? How much is it? And I'm so glad I'm me.
It's $34.99. I got you can go to my website, www.StephenHeadakeSmith, one word, Stevin HEDAKE Smith, SMITH.com, and you can pre-order. There's some at a couple of barbershops. A couple people I know got some floating around there now, but they out there. They'll be on Amazon. I think 2 weeks. I think it's 2 or 3 weeks. Then they'll be on Amazon. But prior to that, I have some.
These got to be your daughters, man.
Yes, sir.
And listen, Netflix doesn't even tell
Oh no.
nowhere near.
Oh no. Not at
But
all.
still good to have a Netflix,
Oh yeah. We got some other things, working.
Well, see, listen, my granddaughter, Rodney's daughter, Tatiana, that's what she does. She does movies. That's what she does.
Okay.
See, her and Greg Ellis were working on a
Yeah.
movie. That's what she does. She does movies. Besides her training with the young ladies, she's doing so much stuff now, boy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what she does, movie scripts and all of that. You might want to, because she wants to get with me on a book on telling parents about clearinghouse, because so many parents don't know.
Oh, you
so
understand
many
that
kids don't know.
clearinghouse, yeah.
And she said, she called me Grandfly. Grandfly, you can help parents with, and she was named things you need to know. She said, Grandfly, everybody know you. You know they gonna want your book. And you just want to get them information on
How to get
things
to
you need
clearinghouse.
to know.
That's deep, Coach. You got to think about that.
See, guys, you know,
That's why I see everybody. That's why I wanted to go and make a difference in speaking about, for a while I was, I'm not going to say in denial. Well, you can use that word, in denial. Well, I wasn't in denial. I knew what I had did. I knew the mistake I made, but for us talking about it. Didn't want to talk about it. Like, yeah, I made a mistake. Yeah, life goes on, but now it's like it's full circle. They paying these kids all this money. I'm not going to say they setting them up for failure, but they not educating them on gambling. They always bringing them success stories. The guy with
they telling the success story.
with the suit and tie, bishop. No, that ain't real.
I had to show the
us.
lady last week.
You
She
know what I mean?
said,
The student athletes, that's not real for us. We need to, you got them from the hood and stuff. They need to hear the real side, some deep, some downfall story.
well, see, you saying something now because they tell the success stories.
Mm-hmm.
See, every mistake doesn't mean failure, and without some failures, you're not going to be successful. You need some failures to learn. So I won't get a name. Anyway, long story short, this young lady, her son was getting $680,000 NIL money. But what happened? What has happened? They get a letter saying, "Now y'all need to pay taxes on this money." And she like, "Well, why we got to pay?" And y'all got the money. She said, "Nobody told us." So she had called me. She said, "Well, I said, but y'all
Money
got
gone now.
But she said, "Nobody told us." I said, "But this letter's telling you."
They ain't gonna give y'all that money for free. Have to pay something, Coach.
So I'm just saying, watch this. Like my granddaughter said, things you need to know. We may just sit down. She said, just some of the simplest things that you need to know. But guess me, especially the guys that are seniors that don't even know about the clearinghouse. They know you can't even go on official visits to the colleges without being the clearinghouse. How your coach didn't tell you about this?
Coach, they don't even understand that
Your counselor.
They don't even understand that they sign their life over. They think when they go to college, it's gonna be this. No, you finna have 2 practices a day, weight room in between that, then study hall, then you're gonna want to go to sleep so you can get up and do the same old thing.
And you belong to them.
Huh?
Yes.
Ain't no coming home for the summer. No, you're gonna be in summer school. You're gonna be in this training.
You belong. They own you.
But they don't understand that. Everybody think they want to. Everybody think they, want to be about their life and want to, get to this big school. This and that. They don't
Cool
understand.
bill is checked in. Man.
They don't understand the responsibility and everything.
Kiko say good stuff. Life situations will humble you, but redemption, that's God's work,
Yes, sir.
will give you all the things. K-Bell, yes. If you saw him, you will remember he out of Kimball and went to University of Houston.
K-Bell?
Kiko Bell. Now he's AD and head football coach at school in Houston.
To God be the glory.
Yeah. And he's giving back, man.
Yes, sir.
But I tell, man, I don't understand how some of these coaches are not. See, a lot of coaches, man, they shining for themselves. What I mean is, I call them "Can you see me now" coaches. First of all, being that coach, how you don't help these kids to get in somebody's school? How you don't have no connections? How is it that you cannot pick up your phone and call some college coach and say, "Listen, I got these kids. All right, kid, can help your program, but you don't have no connect. How is that? You can't call no JUCO, no D3. How is that?
Relationships,
Relationships,
resources.
resources, exposure.
Because you have some of these coaches that I guess they don't have no personality. You know what I mean? Everybody can't talk, to a college coach.
Please explain that.
Man, you got
Run the Compton shape.
you got to have a personality to relate to some of these coaches. You got to know how to speak for your kids.
Brandon said, can. Some coaches can, but they don't want to take time. The time. But you're in that position to do this, what I'm saying. See, don't you know you're in the position to help? Okay, you done fell out with that kid, right? Okay, stuff happens. But in the same breath, still help that kid. Because guess what it says to that kid, the next kid says coming. I mean, you go there, he gonna help you. Or they gonna help you.
That coach just said something real right there. He said they don't have time.
That's what they say, but they at the school. Robin said, I'm late to the party. The weather here in Little Rock is pretty bad. But Robin checks in faithfully. Little Rock. Hey, but be careful. But hey, okay. Then here they reintroduce. Okay, it's tonight. We're up close and personal with Stephen Headache Smith. I need you to go back on top. They want you to, because they checked in late. You need to go back on top. Okay. Chris Flanagan checked in. Okay, Chris said politics and coaches have their hand-picked favorites. Boy, see that?
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
But see, this is what I almost cursed just then.
Don't do it,
Pissed
Coach.
me off but they look over certain kids that have not arrived yet, and versus coaching those kids up. Yeah, I said coaching them up, cause see some of those kids will end up getting blessed to go somewhere and end up being cold.
Coach, I told a kid this one time. I said, helicopter 747. Coach Headache, what you mean? I said, you want to get in a helicopter or you want to get in a 747 plane? Coach, what do you mean? I said, a helicopter, it takes off, just go straight up in there. And once you get to the top, that fast, it's only one way, and that's straight down. I said, but that DC-10, that 747, it's gonna take a while for it to pick up speed, and it's gonna take time. But when it gets up in them clouds, it can keep going, get to a certain height. That helicopter only can go so high before it got to come back down. He said, what are you trying to say? I said, you want that overnight success or you want to work hard to get there? Because it ain't going to happen overnight. If success was overnight, man, do you know how many people would be successful?
It's like saying paper or plastic. Well, Robin, I want him to tell you he's very, very very, very successful, even successful in the messing up. You say, well, how is that? He was.
To God be the glory.
So, Headache, I need you to Michael Jackson this thing and moonwalk a little bit and come on back, and so they can bring them up to speed. Okay. Oh, wait a minute, Rob. For real, Rob. I met this young man. Is it on your phone? I met this young man when he was 15 at the AAU.
Oh, there.
He worked out my son, Daniel Smith, when we lived in Rockwall.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, look at God, though.
Yes, sir.
Robin, yeah, correct?
Robin.
YMCA.
Exactly. She played at UNLV. Yes, she had that game. Yes. She worked at YMCA out there in Rockwall. Yep. Went to UNLV, right? I know Miss Robin. Yep.
Listen. Yeah, he's giving his spirit. He's going around different from state to state, speaking on behalf of Stephen Headache Smith.
Now speaking with I'm with
Well, I know
Epic Global Solution,
Epic,
yeah,
I
but
saw
we
that
speak
the
on
other
my
day.
lived experience. Like I'm finna this weekend, like Sunday I leave, I go, man, Coach Fly had to do my thing today. I go to Notre Dame. I didn't know Notre Dame was in the middle of nowhere.
In the
So I
middle
got to
of
fly to
nowhere.
Chicago and drive 2 hours.
To get where you going.
It was either gonna go to Indianapolis and then it's gonna be, man, I'm in South Bend. I thought Notre Dame was real nice
No, partner.
and man, yeah.
You
But
should
then
ask Alan Rossum or Bobby Taylor
I
about
know,
that.
yeah.
Clifford Jefferson about that.
Yeah, gotta go to Notre Dame, and then go to
Anthony
Georgetown.
Smith, when Anthony Smith, I guess he was a rep with Nike. Mm-hmm. This was Daniel's father.
Yep, exactly. I know exactly what it is. I know Miss Robin. She was out there at the Rock. I was training Hannah. I was out there training Hannah.
Now Nikki Washington, she graduated from Mesquite Horn. Then she a soccer player. Then she got a scholarship to North Carolina. Then she became co-captain in the Beijing Olympics.
Yeah.
Then she got drafted by the team in Chicago, whatever the name of the soccer team is.
Coach, you something cold with soccer. I remember you had Kelly and them boys back
Yeah,
then. When they was
Kelly
little.
and Christian.
Now they in the
Yes.
big time school playing well.
Yeah. Now Nikki is over Adidas. She just signed Dennis Rodman's daughter about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Number 1 soccer player in the world. But you know what I just said? Now she's signing players. She's in that position.
Wow.
Yes.
This guy.
Yes. Yeah, Nikki, you can Google Nikki Washington. I said, boy, you
Oh,
never
yeah.
know. I said,
I already know.
like, cuz you better give me some athletes. I got them.
Yeah.
This is amazing, man. So, hey, Robin, I even told a story about Headache before I met Headache. And then when I met him, we just went to work and we've been on the same crash course since. And, man, then we got to talk about the missus, man, because and the kids, we got, well, I guess I might as well gonna get my sponsors in because we haven't talked about the kids yet, and you got to talk about the book. And it's like, hey, Chris, boy, I love that part about the politics. But there's so many coaches, man, that they in the good old buddy system. You know what I'm saying? They a lot of them. They're hollering. You know, I just said hollering, but not coaching up nobody. Yeah, I said it. They know I speak it, man. Cause I speak it. I sure do. Doing it a long time, man. Long time, and I'm thankful they still have me around. You know. To my guy, Sammy Jr. with Roberts Ready to World, 1706 MLK Boulevard. Phone number 214-421-0624. Again, 214-421-0624. Now listen, what we coming up on Easter? It's getting that time of year. What's coming up?
It's April, ain't it?
Sound about right, Easter?
Yeah.
Man, go over there and see my guy Sammy Jr. and say Coach Fly sent you. Man, he gonna get
South
you.
Dallas?
Yes, sir. He gonna get you so sharp, man.
Linen outfits.
Listen, they even got little boy clothes. Now, growing up, they didn't have little boy clothes. They
Yeah,
wanted
he got some
dad
stuff
movies
up in
to
there, boy.
be. Man, they got everything. Man, they even got stingy brims for little boys, man.
Yeah.
Yes, go say Sammy. It's more to coaching than X's and O's. You're definitely right, Justin. And go say Sammy Coach Fly sent you, and he gonna give you that Coach Fly deal. He gonna have a sale going on, but say, no, Coach Fly told me come see you, and he gonna really hook that up. And then my guy, Mr. Freedom himself, go see him over at Freedom Fashion, and then go see his wife, Miss Helen. That's 2716 MLK Boulevard in Dallas, Texas. Phone number 214-421-3017. Again, 214-421-3017. Now go say Freedom. Coach Fly sent me over here. I just left down from Roberts Red where and I wanted to come over and patronize with you. And he gonna say, man, if Coach Fly sent you, you more than welcome to come on in and let me give you the Coach Fly deal. And he's gonna hook you up. And then my guy Charles Archer at Our Insurance Services, 510 Trillaco Drive, Rockwall, Texas, Suite 200, phone number 972 686 6868. Again, 972 686 6868. Now, listen, if you need some car insurance, home insurance, boat insurance, garage insurance, skateboard insurance, pull up your pants insurance, pull your dress down insurance, man, go see my guy, Charles Archer. Now, listen, if you got paper tags on your car and you got them for, okay, what are we in now? March, April. Now we're April now. Your tags can't be good until December. Paper tags only good for 2 months. I don't care if you did pay $100 for the tag. Listen, you asking the man to stop you. Go get you some real insurance. Go see my guy Charles Archer and say, Coach Fly, since he gonna take care of you. Then my guy Dr. Brad Salters, Lakeside Dental Solution, 6705 Heritage Parkway, Raleigh, Texas. Phone number 972 412 0014. Again, 972 412 0014. Now listen, there's no need of your mouth looking like a baseball field or a football field or a parking lot on the side of your house. No need of looking like 3 houses to move out your neighborhood or they done tore the fence down. Go get your mouth fixed. You say, well, we don't have the money. Go see Dr. Brad Salters and say, Coach Fly sent you. And watch what's gonna happen. Well, Coach, I don't have it. Listen. Learn to listen and listen to learn. Say, Coach Fly sent you. See, I'm talking low to you. He gonna say, let me work out a package that you can pay for. Do you know what I just said that you could pay for? And get your mouth fixed. He gonna bring your mouth back together. He gonna put a fence in your mouth, bring your neighborhood back together. The parking lot gonna leave, and your mouth gonna look like a whole community. Your teeth gonna get along, cause they gonna be back together again. See what I'm saying? Go see Dr. Salters. Say, Coach Fly sent you. Then my guy, JB. That's John Beckwith Jr. over at Golden Gate Funeral. 4155 South Aurora Thornton Freeway, Dallas, Texas. Phone number 214-941-7332. Again, 214-941-7332. Now listen. Nobody wants to talk about death, and I get that. But it's going to happen. A lot of you out there doing the GoFundMe, and you're going to have to go and funding you. And your loved ones still laying over there needing some assistance. Go see John. Say, Coach Fly sent you. See, some of y'all doing it anyway, because he be telling me y'all just came out. Some of y'all don't even know. But it's okay. He took care of you. And let him know what's going on so he can help you, man. He's going to make sure your loved one is put away real nice where everybody's happy. And then my guy, Pastor Turner, I see you done checked in. Why don't you call in so you can tell him about the pre-need? Since you just chimed in, you call in, and I'm going to let you tell him about the pre-need, Pastor Turner. Please, and just wait. 2-pad, 2-time All-State, 3-year starter, offensive lineman. Yes, that's what Blaze is. And I thank you for trusting me with Blaze, man, and we just having fun, man. Pastor Turner, call in so you can talk about the pre-need. Because y'all need to learn to get a pre-need and quit taking your life insurance, paying for funeral services. Get you a pre-need and take that life insurance and pay for it. Let that be generational wealth, money to your family. Because I didn't know at first either, man. I was always told, you get life insurance and pay for funerals. No, get you a pre-need, and if you got 3 or 4, 5 life insurance policies, and whomever that is on that beneficiary line, all that money goes to them. Let's start generational wealth. Pre-need pays for everything. Now all that money goes to whoever that beneficiary. Didn't know that. We got a caller. Caller.
Good evening, Coach.
Boy, Pastor Turner, how you doing there, sir?
Man, I'm doing all right, man. I got road rust.
Okay.
Been up and down that highway, man.
Up and down the highway. Hey, well, I need you to talk about them pre-needs. Boy, my guy Charles Thibodeau done checked in as well. Pastor Turner, tell him about the pre-needs there.
Well, once again, we're just trying to highlight and inform our community regarding the benefits of pre-arranging your funeral services prior to having a need. Several things that does for you. Gives you an opportunity to take care of the arrangements before you need it, freeze the cost at today's prices so that you would never pay more for a funeral service than it costs today. Funeral costs tend to double every 5 to 7 years, but with a pre-arrangement, you can lock in those costs. It also prevents emotional overspending that a lot of people do. And then the third and most important thing it does, it allows you to leave the proceeds that you have in your life insurance to your family to jumpstart estate building and building wealth. So the one thing that we've learned over the course of our experience is that the life insurance was designed to create wealth and build estates. But we were only told one benefit, and it's really not a benefit. Life insurance is never used on the other side of town to pay for funeral costs. It's used to create wealth and build estates. We're trying to just inform so that a lesson learned.
And see what he's saying? We would take life insurance and pay for funerals. And that's not what you do. Take a pre-need, pay for that, and all the money that was in the life insurance goes to whomever you have as your beneficiary.
Wow.
Exactly. And you would never pay more for a funeral than it costs today. Whatever it costs today, if you live 20 years from now,
Joe, I say, hey.
That same funeral service is not going to cost the same as it costs today. But if you pre-arrange it, you freeze the cost at today's price, you'll never pay more.
No more.
Than it costs
So
today.
if you got in it today, it'll never change.
To pay it off over time. Whereas if you wait till a deficit curve, you have 48 hours to pay off those goods and services prior to the date of that service. But with a pre-need, you're able to pay it off over time. You put it on a payment plan, don't have to worry about it. Your family would never have to stress about, well, what would mama or daddy want? What do I need to do?
And
it's already taken care of.
And any kids under 18 is free.
Exactly. Any child you have, any child or grandchild,
grandchild,
the age of 18, if they should die during your lifetime, their funeral services will be
free,
paid for at no cost.
No cost.
No cost. And that's no extra. It's just a built-in benefit. And from day one, if your death is due to an accident, your plan becomes paid in full.
Nobody wants to talk about that because I was one of them.
Coach Fly is coaching a whole lot of stuff, y'all. He's trying to coach you in life to help build wealth and stop taking your wealth and putting it in the ground.
So when you go use your life insurance, you just put all that money in the ground. And they find them last few little dollars when you could have took all that money and get pre-need. What's our slogan? Our slogan.
Let us hook you up.
before
before
they let
they
you
let you
down.
down.
Let them down in that
You can
ground.
reach
Yeah.
you can reach you can reach me at 940-224-0051, or just contact Coach Fly. He can, Coach Fly has connections all over
214-789-0065.
the place with everything. Amen.
Say,
940-224-0051.
say, listen, you really, ladies and gentlemen, I know, again, if you were anything like I was, you don't want to talk about that, but it's going to happen.
Yeah.
You want to get a prenup. You want to. You want to. I even told some folks that have done it now, they got their kids paying for the pre-need because you know why? That's who's gonna get the money.
That's who go. Amen. Amen. Amen.
That's who gonna get the money.
They're the one that's gonna they're gonna benefit two ways. First of
That's who
all,
gonna get the money.
stress of trying
So make them pay for
trying
it.
to make funeral. Yeah, the stress of trying to make the funeral decision when you're grieving is the worst thing in the world. When
That's the
it's
best
already
investment they can
taken
have.
Care of, yes, when that's already taken care of, all you gonna do is like I did when my father died, is just look at those life insurance policies and see how much money each member of the family is gonna get.
I got one
So
partner.
each member is already taken.
He got $2 million. They got a $2 million pre-need life insurance.
Life insurance.
He just told
Yeah.
them, don't try to kill me on purpose. They getting paid. Hey, they
Yeah.
getting paid.
Exactly.
So he said, y'all pay for it. And what they doing? It's y'all money.
Exactly. And the smart thing.
Yeah, he
It's
said, Coach
smart
Fly,
thing.
thank you for that. They was hot at first. It's y'all money. Well, I'm gonna pay for it and give it to y'all.
Yeah.
So parents, y'all listening, get your pre-need, let the kids pay for it. Huh? You pay for
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
And most of
You
them
want it.
have been paying on the kids' life insurance all their lives.
All this time.
Yeah. So, Coach, I'm gonna get off the phone
All right.
in case
Thank you.
you get another caller. But listen, it's good to see you. I'm glad you showed up on Wednesday so I could catch you.
Yes, sir.
All
All right. Thank you, Pastor.
Today, keep doing the good work.
Man, thank you so much. God bless, man.
God bless you.
Say y'all, we
Charles Thibodeau.
yeah, Charles. Boy, he say what's up?
my
Yeah,
OG.
boy, that's my guy, Charles Thibodeau.
Triple OG.
Yes, sir.
Triple
Triple
OG.
Yeah. Say, man, but now, man, y'all, that. So, y'all, that has been my sponsor. So we back to the show. We're sitting there. We're up close and personal with Stephen A. Smith. This is a special edition Wednesday. And what happened on yesterday, we had the district track meet on Monday and Tuesday. And again, congratulations to Coach James Jeffrey at Kimball High School for being JV champions, and to Carter Cowboys for being runner-up to JV champions. And congratulations to the Carter Cowboys for being the varsity district champions. And congratulations to Coach Anthony Miller for being runner-up at Kimball High School at Carter to the varsity district. So listen, it's a good thing going on. We are into my Lincoln Tigers, Coach Reginald Bell and Randall Johnson over there. They're doing big things, man. So into all the other coaches. So listen, man. This next Friday, I know we'll be at Waxahachie Life next Friday for area. Man, listen, but it's so different, man. We came through. You had district, then you had regionals, then you had state. 2 got out of district, 2 got out of regionals, 2 go to state. Now you have 4 get out of district. You go to area, 4 get out of area, then it's 2 get out of regionals and 2 get out of state. But y'all, when I tell you, it's garbage, it's trash. When you pass the top 2 teams, maybe sometimes 3, That 4th place team is garbage. It's some teams, boy, that's gonna go to area next week. That's if they was in a race by themselves, they get second. And they
Oh
going
man,
and they're going to area.
Coach, why they sell?
If if they was in a race by themselves, they might get third. And there's some got in by default where it wasn't but 4 teams, so 4 teams go to. I watched the girls' mile relay yesterday. The 3 teams had finished, and the 4th team was just getting the baton. So they had to wait to that 4th because they had to finish in order to go to area. Ladies and gentlemen, it need to be a trash man at the area trash track meet to put the trash in the trash can. That's just a disrespect to track and field. I said it. It's so disrespectful. I saw an 11-7-9 JV boys win the JV 100. Charles Thibodeau. 11-7-9. JV boys 100-meter champion. 11-7-9. I wonder what was second place. 12 what? Third place. What was 4th place? Probably need a calendar to time. But I'm just saying, what are these coaches doing, man? I see my son Rashad checked in. Stephen, Headache Smith, man, tell the folks, man. Y'all, we got Stephen Headache Smith, ladies and gentlemen. I know some of y'all missed the beginning of the show. Some of y'all didn't. Got to be more careful. Laughing out loud. Say, man, one thing about right, there's no wrong in it. There's some sorry ass coaches out there making sorry ass elites.
Coach, you going hard.
It's facts. You're gonna roll with facts. Truth come out of that. And you got them. Man. Go ahead, Ed. Yeah. El Central going scholarship to Walmart. Minyards. And Minyards still about to say, yep.
Yeah, Justin say yep. I mean, that's why I tell him, hey,
Man, I mean, then
this game, these sports ain't for everybody. You know, you better.
let's talk about the late at home, man. And I didn't really want to open that scar with your mom because I understand. I understand how 24 was, but
Oh yeah,
in
that's real though.
in the family.
They say you don't want to talk about it, but that's the real side. You know.
And the LIFE real.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Oh yeah. It was a devastating blow, but it's a relief because I know she's no longer suffering. She's gone to a better place, you know. And that's something I have been praying on, you know, for God to have me mentally strong enough, mentally tough enough to accept the fact of my mama going to a better place. So that's why, you know, people always ask me, man, Headache, you didn't even cry at the funeral. I was like, man, I cried on the inside, you know, I was good. You know, my daughter had praise danced until I should wear a crown, and that was even harder, you know what I mean? But I always tell people, you know, you think you're going through something, you think you done went through something, get to that front row, that casket open. I mean, that's like, I can't explain that to nobody, man. That's deep, Coach. You know, you think you mentally tough. You know, you think, oh, you can handle this, you can handle that. Man, that's nothing but God that can get you through that.
Get you, man.
Oh yeah, but it was it was real, and then when that happened, because, she was very, key role in my life, it was, to me, it was like, hey, ain't no turning back now. It's time to soar. It's time to finish the race. That race called life.
LIF is real, but don't have no commercials.
You better believe it.
You ain't get no rerun, no redo. See, I went to Robin and said, coaching has changed. Here's a different. I see them checked in. Nina Taylor, real talk, but God.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, man. I tell you, boy, I sit there, man. My roller coaster. I say my roller coaster started with Miriam Barber, the Fitzgerald, my youngest sister.
Yes, sir.
Then my grandson, who had just turned 21. Then 3 athletes in a row, 3 weekends in a row. Then my dad, and people ask me, where you get your strength from? I ain't say I had none. Charles said Eunice was a sweet person.
Yeah.
45 years, rest of
For real.
Wow.
Hey, man. Charles Thibodeau got a part in the book. It was
What?
It's real
Charles,
deep.
you hear that, Charles?
He know.
He already knows.
It's real. I mean, he know the story. It's real deep. See, he was at Cove Apartments back in the day when we stayed over in the
Charles,
Grove.
you see the book, right, Charles?
He in there too. It's a story I told.
Charles, you got to get the book. I hadn't read it yet. He said you got a part in the book, Charles.
Charles Thibodeau, we go way back, man. He was at the
That's
Cove
deep, man.
Apartments.
That's
yes,
special.
sir. That's my guy there.
He said you got a part in the book, Charles. No, you can't have my book, Charles. No, my friend.
And you know what? I'm gonna talk about that. But what it
Go
was,
ahead.
it was when we was in middle school. We I was spoiled, and I had asked my mom. I had wanted some Jordans, and I kind of whined about it. When I didn't get them, my mama didn't pay the rent. We got evicted, and our stuff was on a curb. What? Charles Thibodeau helped us in his truck and took our stuff to my grandma's house in South Dallas. True story.
Charles, man.
I'll never forget that.
That's so humbling, man.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. True story.
You see what I'm talking about, man? See, I just told you, every mistake doesn't mean fate, and without some mistakes, then listen to what you just said, man.
Oh, yeah.
But that part right there. Wow. All right, I'm talking to you at the bottom.
Till I got him. We're going to...
She listening to you?
Go, Miss Robin, go on my website, www.stevenheadakesmith.com, StevenHeadakesmith.com, and put your information in there. You can pre-order it on there.
Man.
She down in Arkansas. Just inbox me. I got you, Miss Robin.
Wow. You heard him, Robin? You say inboxing. Man. So many things going through my head.
Hey, Coach Fly, let me tell you something, man. This life is real, When I was in my 40s, I couldn't talk like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say denial, but it was different. But as I get older and get more... Yes.
You said yes.
That's it, Miss Robin. Yes, sir, Mr. Thibodeau. You know you my guy for life.
She said, Daniel says hello.
Tell my man I said what's up.
Oh, you said, yeah.
Yeah. I can just imagine what he doing now, because he was just so... You can tell he was well-raised kid, man. He's out of school out there in Rockwell. I know he's doing something special right now in life.
My other son just checking. Hey, you say, what's up, Eddie?
What's up
Moses'
with it?
son Rodney.
Yep.
Rashad done checked in. Now Rodney done checked in. Man,
Yeah, Mr. Thibodeau, appreciate you, OG. I'll never forget you, buddy.
say boy, you just that. But I'm saying, see, in that moment, what I'm talking about. That's
Oh,
what.
because
That's
I just like
moment.
with you, when you train me for the USA, I'm always, gonna be indebted with you. But Thibodeau did that for me back in the day.
Roberts hit the bottom, man.
Oh, yeah. I send my deepest condolences to y'all on that, Miss Robin.
My condolences as well.
But see, a lot of people go through some things in life and they don't understand why until they get more mature and get older. My uncle used to always ask me this question, hey man, you know the difference between a smart man and a wise man? Like, no. He said a smart man learns from his own mistakes, whereas a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. And he said, you have to be smart and then go make a difference. Teach everybody to be wise. Learn from your mistakes. I didn't understand it. That was when I messed up back then. But now I understand what he was telling me. Just little things like that somebody tell you. Mookie used to always say, things understood need not be explained. What are you saying? Things understood need not to be explained.
See, you can
But
be.
you start, you keep living and you get in situations and you be like, he used to say it like that. I be like,
See, you can be academically smart and intellectually stupid.
now, what the Bible said, I can do all things through who?
Christ.
That does what?
Me. Regardless of what
Then you
somebody else
start-
is talking about.
Man.
See, when you start locking in what they talking about, you done lost your focus.
There it is.
Matter of
So-
fact, you got issues with me, take it up with God. He'll listen to you. Take it over there.
That's why what's the name? The one rapper you say, God did it.
My mom said, yeah, ooh.
It's like, man, what is he talking about? He's in a song. But then when you start understanding,
See, when you understand what need to be understood, a lot of things change, headache. Listen, have you ever just stood still and didn't move? Think about what I just said. See, if you stand in front of a mirror, you don't say nothing, watch all the sense that come to you. I said, don't say nothing. Watch all the sense that comes to you. Even some sense you might not want to remember. You're going to walk away different.
might want to put a life jacket on, Coach. That was just a little deep there. That was hey, Coach. Well, that's some deep water right there.
Yeah. You ever see
If you stand in front of the mirror and don't say nothing,
don't say nothing.
watch how much. Oh,
Watch when you walk away what you going to know. Watch what you going to know. There's some stuff you hadn't even thought about. Process that. It was going to be some stuff you wasn't even thinking about. Just say, be quiet. Have a new perspective on some things that you was maybe thinking about, you're going to find out wasn't even important. Non-factor. You might have been walked up to that mirror first thinking about whatever you were thinking about. Got in that mirror, realized you don't have any significance. You don't have any value. You walk away and left it right there. Watch this. No, spell can't. Just spell it.
C-A-N-T.
It's impossible to get there without doing stuff you can do first. See, if you're working on that positive and that T, you got issues with yourself. But if you got to do stuff you can do, see, the motherfucker gonna say, well, you can't. Well, you know what? If you think I can, want you to handle it. Because I'm doing what I do. They watching you do what you do. But they want to tell you what you can't do. And they sitting there watching you do what you do.
What you do?
And you get caught up in them wanting to explain them. I told you can be academically smart and intellectually stupid. You want to explain to them. It's been a whole lot of little bit of things. Been real good for you.
Oh yeah.
But you want that big old thing right now, a little bit of thing. Keep drinking little sips of water.
Yes, sir.
Fool around, not be thirsty. Say, man. See, it wasn't the step that was on the curve. It was the step that left the curve that you needed done at that time.
It was the truck. We had a car. It was the truck. Charles Thibodeau with the truck.
Yeah, but
He running departments.
yeah, but it was the truck. And then what more importantly, you needed somebody.
And he drove way to South Dallas. Then years later, I'm in
How old were you?
his cousin.
How old were you?
I'm in his little nephew restaurant.
But how old
And
were
he
you
said-
then?
I think I was 12,
That's my point. You're 50-something years old now.
53.
But look at what I'm saying.
Still COG rat to this day.
See, that has volume.
But then, this one I knew he was special because when I saw him with the Redbird Raiders, how he was in the organization, you know,
Charles been that
with
kinda
the
guy
kids.
ever since.
He's always been, you know,
He been the same.
yeah.
Dude. Same exact guy. Him and Leon Sound, they been the same guy.
Yep, him and OG Leon, them, yup.
I say the same exact guy.
He been solid since day one. Yup. So when I heard that name, we heard it said name Thibodeau, man, it's only one Thibodeau's now. Come on now, them Thibodeaux, it's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. You know, so they say
solid.
Thibodeau, I be like, oh, they solid.
Yeah, he been solid. And me to that, he the same cat. Why if you over there, get your that Uncle Charlie special over there
Yep.
on the menu. Yeah. Say, man, wow. I want to really go back into when you told them about the porn shaving.
Mm-hmm.
But you went somewhere so deep, man. It's kind of like hard to leave from where we are. But you gotta speak on the missus, man, at the house.
Oh, my lovely wife, Delicia LaVette Smith.
Yeah, I know she listening.
Been
And
down.
you know she's sitting there with a job taker. She said, I know I done heard him say 3 or 4 times.
Been down.
Yeah.
Like, been down 29 years, like 4 flat tires.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Without a spur.
She, matter of fact, Coach Fly, when they sentenced me, she was my girlfriend then. When the judge said, you know, I sentenced you to a year and a day in the Federal Bureau of Prison,
A year and a day.
my mother ran out the courtroom crying. Then my godmother, Carolyn Vichpatch, was behind her, right? But my girlfriend, who my wife now, she was sitting there with a straight face. I wanted to cry. I look over there, she ain't crying. I'm like, oh, man. Because
She's girlfriend then.
she didn't know nothing. When I met her, that summer when I had left the Mavericks in '97, that's when I met her.
Okay.
Poe Bill
Oh, Bill.
introduced me to her. And
Patrick Davis, a headache.
yeah.
Oh, Bill. Wow.
Yeah, so Poe Bill introduced me to her and everything. So man, it was crazy. She been down since. She had no idea what I got into.
Oh, she had no clue at that time.
She had no clue at all. But she knew I was going to prison. And then, as you know, then she told me she started Googling, what is porn shaving? What is porn shaving? He just got sentenced finna go to jail. You know, she real smart, but she didn't know I could do that. Well, we still together today.
At the bottom.
Facts, Miss Robin.
Eddie, take them revisit point shaving and the situation for him.
When I was in college, I was involved in one of the biggest point shaving scams in the history of college basketball. And what it was is, example, the first game was Oregon State. We was favored by 13, but the bookies that I had got involved with told me before the game only, we could win by 6. 6 was the number. They would give me the number. And so I controlled the game, and landed on 6. And the first 3 games we won, and it was the last game that everything went wrong because I wasn't just dealing with one person. It ended up being about 20, 25 people that found out. One person told nothing told nothing, and the line changed 44 times, and it was $1.4 million on a regular Pac-10 game, and that's when
1 point what?
4.
A college game.
The line changed 44 times. A lot of money. Take a lot of money to do that, and it got out of control. It wasn't nothing I could do that time, and that's when we lost. No, we won the game actually.
But
they
the
lost the
numbers
money.
didn't.
Yeah, numbers didn't match up because started off at like 14. It went all the way down to 2. And we won by double digits. I think that was
So in a case like you don't get paid on that end though.
I didn't get paid. And that's when, when Vegas see somebody lose $1.4 million, that's some NCAA tournament numbers. But that was a regular Pac-10 game. So that sparked it. That sparked
$1.4 million for a basketball.
that sparked the investigation. But within 3 years, each case have a certain limit. Within 3 years, the feds in Phoenix couldn't close it. They couldn't settle it. But they couldn't close the case. So
So
they
20
couldn't catch
million.
us. They couldn't catch us.
Okay.
Yeah, so they closed it. And then the bookie roommate got caught selling dope. And then he snitched, and then they reopened it. But it was the boys in D.C. that came down.
Okay, I know you don't know, but I'm trying to say how did that tie together? You done got busted for slanging drugs.
Because it was one of the biggest cases, and they couldn't.
Okay.
They knew it was big. That was the biggest thing in Arizona. Trying to, this is what happened, but we got to get the facts together. So they reopened it.
So 20,000 a game.
It happened in '94, and I didn't go to prison till '99.
How many games was it that year?
It was a total of 3 games. Actually, 4. The 4th one, we won on 3. We had 3 of them straight.
20,000.
Yes, sir.
Man. Point shaving, ladies and gentlemen. So Bronze, what's up, cuz? They checked in. So these youngsters have to be real careful because they sign their life over when they become that star. I mean star, not just a star there. Caller, we got a caller. Caller.
What's going on, man?
That sound like Charles Thibodeau. What's up, Charles?
What's up, my brother?
How you
Triple
doing,
OG.
man? Yes, sir. Hey, boy, it's so
Y'all
much homage right there.
Y'all look like 2 cool cucumbers there, man. Everyone was barely in there.
Say, man, and you the coolest of the cool.
You better believe it.
Say, man, and it's
Hey,
so
man,
much
that
love.
young man sitting next to you there, he's been a part of my life for a long time, man.
Say, Charles, he's saying
And,
something. Yes, real talk, man. And you can feel it in the spirit, man.
yeah, We used to have our rounds back in the day at the Cove.
Yes, sir.
He said that.
He tried to be a little knucklehead.
What?
That's called trying to talk to his daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, man, it's all good. Hey, I never saw I never saw him without a basketball, man. So it wasn't
See,
surprising to me that he
they're going up,
turned out to
Charles.
be a
That's a
hell of
fact. Say, man, when he told me he got a section there for you in the book, that's beautiful, man.
Oh yeah.
Hey, man, I appreciate that, man. But look, you know, people do things. Well, I do. I don't know about other people, but you know, I see people in need. If I can help, I always do, man.
Yeah, that's your
Been
y'all.
like day one.
Hey, Josh.
Especially since I knew him personally, so it wasn't no big thing, man.
Yeah, but y'all, you've been the same ever
No
since,
glory or
man.
anything like that. Just to help somebody out, man.
Yeah. Hey, Charles, Justin just called you Triple OG. That's you sure right.
For real. Everybody know you.
Yeah, he's a Triple OG. Say, man, for him to speak on something when he was 12 years old, man, that's heartfelt, man.
Well, like I stated in my comment earlier, man, about his mom, man, you know, she was a stand-up woman, and she was a single mom, and she sacrificed everything for him.
Wow.
And he knows that.
Oh yes, sir.
It sometimes compromised their position, man, but she knew what she had to do, and she did.
Thank you, John.
She
Daddy.
sacrificed everything.
God bless
man.
you too, man. Wow.
And you know, I see him, and I know the pain because I know how tight they were, man.
Okay, right.
You know, she was there with him from day one to, you know, she never missed a beat, man. So, you know, I just wanted to call in. I didn't want to go without calling in and saying something to him.
Appreciate you,
I got his
OG.
phone number in my phone, but I didn't want to hit him up while he's live on the big screen.
Yes, sir. And I'm gonna have to catch up with you. I'm gonna have to catch up with you on them dominoes too, Coach.
You don't want to do that, man. You might have to like that.
But
Now, what was that you said, Mookie said a while ago?
Things understood need not to be explained.
Now, explain that. Take that advice.
Yes, sir.
yeah, I knew that was gonna come behind
I
that.
already knew he was going
I
somewhere
knew
with that.
But
Well,
y'all
look, man,
too,
I'm not
man.
going to keep y'all on the phone. It's
All right.
a pleasure talking to y'all.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
Much
Charles.
love, Miss Thibodeau.
Thank you, y'all.
Same here. Hey, press on, bro.
All
I
right.
love you, man. You know I love both of you.
Love you
Happy
too.
birthday, man.
Man.
Thank you.
All right, my brother.
All right.
All right.
Amen. Coach Tyson Gardner say Luke 10
And 19. Yes, sir.
It was good seeing you too yesterday, Coach Gardner. I need to call you, man. I need to know what y'all did, man. See, Justin said, but you know, Coach, you've been in my life since I was 13. I feel the same way about you. Thank you so much, Justin. It's a beautiful thing, man. Say, man, that's awesome, man. Say, man, then sometimes it's just to sit back and reflect, man, and to embrace. That's why I say sometimes just stand still.
Can I read that?
Go ahead.
Look, I have given you authority over all the power of the enemy, and you can walk among snakes and scorpions and crush them. Nothing will injure you.
That was Luke.
Luke, that
10 and 19.
Luke. My man Tyson Garner
Yeah, Coach, that's Coach Tyson Gardner with Hutch.
with Hutch.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Good man, though.
Coach Garner, you just dropped
Did
something.
he drop something on you?
You dropped something on me, Coach. You
Say,
dropped
man,
something on me,
but you-
Coach. I
hey.
appreciate that.
But he a pastor, too.
He got to be.
I'm telling you.
He got to be.
said he a good man.
He dropped one right there, Coach. Ooh, wee.
Coach, my girl down Eastern checked in. She said, amen, Luke. Yeah. Mom said, to God be the glory. Did he hit you with something?
Yeah.
Go Gardner. How did you know he needed that one?
Ooh, Coach Garner.
Go Gardner, you got a minute to call in right quick?
You should have dropped the mic on that one, Coach. Hey, I'm done for
Oh, you don't need it?
I'm done. The mic dropped. No, I'm just saying. I talked to Coach Garner about that. I'm done. That right there, that did it. That sealed it.
That's what you needed.
could have took this mic and dropped it after that.
That's what you needed.
Oh, Coach Gunn,
Did you know before? Oh, this is deep. You see what he just said?
Coach Gunn, don't.
Did you see what he just said?
Run on grace.
Woo!
Cars run on gas. Run on grace. Freeway hit me this morning. He told me, trust him, not them. Trust in him, not them, not in them. Now Coach Gardner
you on
hit
the
me
road,
say, man run on grace, car run on gas. Wow. I'm good. I'm good. It's been real.
Hey, Coach Gardner, when I talk to you after a while, I'm gonna pass your number to him, man.
Yeah.
And,
Ooh-wee. I can just imagine the text message he sent out.
yeah, now for real. Say, man, this man, but I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. Coach Gardner, can I talk to him about you? Now, I'm saying within battle, I'm talking about 14. Coach Gardner said, I'm his idol. I mean, this is what this man says. You hear what I just said?
Justin said, balls. Yeah, Justin, that's some straight knowledge.
Coach Tyson Gardner said, Coach, he been on the show a couple of times. He said, I just have to tell. Coach said, I used to just sit back and be watching you when he was over coaching at Samuel then. I said, what?
Coach, you inspire people.
He
Man.
said, I just watch you, and he said, then I go do what you doing, because I see it's winning. He said, you look up, and we start winning. Yeah. Coach, you want? Look at boy. He on the road, boy.
Tyson Gardner, there you go. I thought I was down until I looked up to God. I love fly.
Oh man, I love you back, Coach. Man. He go back and say, he gonna lift you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Say, yeah, we in them last few minutes. Last
Yeah,
words.
because I done got so much. I done ate good tonight. I'm on full.
You on full.
Go home,
Well,
get up. I
hey,
can't
y'all
wait.
hit-
I can't wait to get up in the morning, throw my headphones on, and do my little spiritual walk. Throw my gospel music on, listen to me some Zacardi, just go walking. Think I'm gonna go to Keith's in the rain, just walk.
Y'all hit that like button, y'all. Listen, we at the end, man. This was our special edition Wednesday. I'll be back at you on next Tuesday, God saying the same. You know, you've been listening to the On Your Mark podcast shows, sports, business, community, entertainment, and just a people's show. You know, I'm your host, Coach Fly. But my special guest, man, we were up close and personal with Stephen Headache Smith tonight. Man, y'all give out what they need to get the book, man, one more time before we get out of here.
It's on my. I have some personally. Then it's on my website. You can go and pre-order it. www.stephenheadachesmith.com. Put your information there. We get them to you.
And you got to come back and do this again, man. Yeah, I know it's so much more, 'cause we hit a spot that I know when we hit it, and it went in another direction, which was cool, and it flowed. I don't know if it flowed for them, it flowed for us.
Oh, for sure.
And hey, God saying the same. Y'all get out. Like I said, next Friday. I can't speak for everybody else, but 11:45 4A, 11, 5A. We'll be over at in Waxahachie. Waxahachie Life, running area, and then you'll be able to catch us, Kimball, in Texas for regionals. Then you'll be able to catch us in Austin, Texas at the state track meet. Yeah, we're going to stand on one of those stands down there. They got 3 of them, first, second, and third. I like the one with the 1 on it. Y'all have a blessed night. God send the same. We see you next Tuesday.
God bless y'all.
God bless.